The economic lifeblood of this small town on Newfoundland's southern Avalon Peninsula has gone up in smoke. This is all that remains of the seafood processing plant in St. Mary's. The business went up in flames Tuesday night at the height of a fierce wind and rainstorm, with giant waves pounding the nearby beach. Despite a quick response from 3 volunteer fire brigades in the area, there was no hope for the plant.
When I arrived, the plant was engulfed in flames. There was flames coming out of the roof. We could not do anything to save that building. The fire was too large. We don't have the resources to put a fire out like that.
Now it's a smoldering and charred wreck, and its loss has sent shockwaves throughout St. Mary's Bay and beyond. At peak this past season, roughly 350 people worked at the plant, processing seafood such as snow crab. The plant was still operational as late as this week, with redfish keeping workers busy.
I'm devastated. I'm just going to try to use composure to talk to you guys, but this is personal with me. Like I said, the plant is 40 years. My parents worked in the plant for 30 odd years, retired. That's how we were brought up, with the plants providing for us. And we had a downturn for 5 or 6 years, and we had a new owner come in, invested major money into the plant and had it back to one of the top plants on the island. And for last night to this to happen, and it's just like a rug pulled out from underneath you.
The plant was reopened 3 years ago and was by far the biggest employer around here, both for locals and workers from countries such as Mexico, the Philippines, and Ukraine.
350 workers, about 200 locals, 150 foreigners. And now those foreigners, so they became our family. Most of them are here now 3 years. We're after making close ties with most of those workers. They're reaching out to us there now, and they're all upset. And it's a big hit on those guys too.
The business is owned by a company called St. Mary's Bay Fisheries. The directors of that company are Terry Daly and his son, John. The Daly family has a long history in the seafood processing industry, both in this province and the Maritimes. They're very private and are not commenting, so it's not yet clear if they will rebuild or whether the business was insured. But the Dalys have invested millions into this business and are devastated, says the mayor.
They're pretty devastated. They're to put a lot of work into this plant and a lot of money. Investment is after being unbelievable to bring it to what it is, even to bring the beach back up to where it was to with armour stone. They're gut wrenched. They don't know. They're going to have big decisions to make, but like I said, hopefully they'll come, build it back, bigger and better.
Seafood processing had sustained this community for 4 decades. And the future had never looked more promising. Now it's all gone, and we can't yet say what will rise from these ashes. Terry Roberts, CBC News, St. Mary's.